Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in the wonderful city of Rogers, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about a 1951 Hudson, and it is a custom. Look at that, convertible. There you go. We'll give you all the details in a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars, ranging from cars way back in the 20s all the way up into the 70s and beyond, the muscle cars. And we have cars such as this one out of the 50s, which is one of my favorites. I'm a Hudson guy. I'm going to give in. I know it's a weakness in life. I like orphans. I like companies that are no longer in business. It's just been something since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Don't ask me why I like Hudsons, but I do. So anyway, getting sidetracked slightly, but that's okay. So today we're going to talk about a really neat 1951 Hudson. You're going to want to watch the video from start to finish because we're going to do a cold start because what's under this hood is really cool. It really is what the Twin H, as they are called. Give you more details about that in a minute. But you can find all of our stuff on our website at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, and you will see all our latest additions, newest arrivals, and our current inventory 24 hours a day. It's at your fingertips online, so you'll be able to do that. But yeah, you're going to want to watch this from start to finish because this is really a neat car. Someone put some thought into doing this, and like I said, a Hudson is just one of those special cars. And back in the days, every company had different things that were for Hudsons. The red triangle was known to be for Hudson. So if you've seen a red triangle on a hubcap, or you've seen it on an emblem, or you've seen it any place on the car, that was what Hudson did. Cadillac, Chevrolet, Ford, everybody always had their own stuff to make them very special. Look at that hood ornament on this thing. That is actually plated gold, is what Hudson actually did at that time. Like I said, underneath the hood, this thing has got none other than the famous Twin H 308 engine in it. Now, everyone knows that the Twin H was something that was really high performance, I guess, in 1951 in terms of for the Hornets at the NASCAR circuit. Most people don't realize this, but Hudson was one of the top NASCAR winners back in 1950, 51, 2, 3, and all the way up into 4 because they had what they called the step-down model. In other words, the lower the center of gravity, the way the car was designed with the unitized frame and whatever, the Hudsons were almost unbeatable. I mean, you go back if you're a NASCAR guy or want to find something interesting, look that up. It's really some interesting facts. Beautiful color on this car. It's actually they call it cream. They don't call it pale yellow. It's Cornish Cream. Now that's another thing about the old cars. Sometimes when you hear that, you go, well, that looks like that's pale yellow to me. Well, all car companies came up with names for their paint. I don't know what the reasoning was, but it's always one of those things. I mean, what's Persian sand? I mean, that was a Cadillac color way back, and I always shook my head going, I wouldn't have a clue what that was in a million years. But I get sidetracked easily. But yeah, take a look under the hood. We got some nice pictures of under the hood that shows it's got the Twin H. It's got the 2 carburetors set up with the big air cleaners and everything. So yeah, this car has some performance, even though it's kind of a big, heavy car. But in 1951, this is what Hudson was known for, the step downs and whatnot. Take a look at the inside of this car. Beautiful interior all the way around. I mean, it is really nice. I mean, this is just, it actually has a removable hardtop is what this car has. So you just basically unsnap it, untake it off, and now you have an instant convertible right here at your fingertips. It is also an automatic transmission. 51 Hudson had automatic, so it sometimes is a little easier. Some folks aren't as adept at driving manual transmission cars, whereas this one, put it into drive and away you go. I mean, the interior is just really neat. The dash is really, it's got the 2 pods with the clock and the speedometer and the chrome. I mean, Hudson was known for lots of extra chrome. You look at this thing, the interior's got beautiful chrome around the steering wheel, the column, the glove box. I mean, and there's other trim and accuments all the way through the whole car. It's just, again, one of those neat things that Hudson did. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. I'm sure if you have some time, if you're perusing the internet, take a look at our sites and whatever, you'll find something interesting such as this car and many other cars we currently have in stock. And all over the internet, you'll be able to find stuff like that. Beautiful wheels and tires on this car. I mean, the wire wheels, the wide whites. I mean, that is something really typical for 1951. That was kind of a special thing. And we have to remember, back in 1951, everything was an option. I mean, they didn't have as many, they had categories for cars, but you would have to order lots of little extra things if you wanted them. I mean, they didn't come standard on a lot of cars, so you had to order extra. This even has, I believe, it looks like it even has an original radio in the dash. The dash is also wood grained, very, very nice. It's just one of those cars that, would be fun for going out for a cruise. We take a look at the old Hudson. Yeah, you even look at this. I mean, their fender skirts are kind of a little subdued compared to some of the bigger, some of the other cars, but it does have fender skirts as well. And I think this one even has, oh yeah, the big bumper guardettes and the bumper guards. I mean, that's just always one of those things. When this car is kind of a massive car, like I said, it weighs quite a bit. So if you're one of these guys too that you want to come down and take a look at our inventory in person, we'd love to have you come to Ellingson's. We're open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5 and Saturdays 10 to 4. If you're like me, I kind of like to put my hands on it, touch stuff, look at it. But I think we have a pretty good website, and we do take some really good pictures of the car, and we do our walk around and everything. So if you're looking for something that, is not one you're going to find every day, you want something that's a convertible, go cruising, whatever, we've got a real interesting car right here at Ellingson's. Take a look at all of our stuff, and we will see you next time.